Good morning, friends. I, Dr. Devesh Mandil, Associate Professor, Suresh Gyan Vihar University, accredited by NAC A grade. Today I will discuss about logical operators and order by keyword in SQL. I am presenting my screen. I hope you can see my screen. Logical operators and order by clause in SQL, that is the most important operators of SQL and order by keyword in your SQL. Before starting the logical operators and order by clause, I would like to discuss about SQL. You know, SQL is stand for structure query language. If we will talk about the object and outcome of SQL, the main objective of your SQL insert the data into a table. If you want to update the data in a table, if you want to delete the table in your SQL, student will learn about that. As per I had told, how to write the query, how to access the data, how to delete the data, and how to update the data through the SQL query. So now I will discuss about logical operators and order by clause in SQL. During this lecture, I will cover so many topics, like your object and outcome of this lecture. What are the logical operators? How to use the order by keyword? And also, I will discuss the examples of your all logical operators. And after end this lecture, I will discuss about some questions which are related from this lecture. So as per I had told, your SQL is the main important topic of your DVMS, because through the SQL, student can write the query for update the data, for record, for storing the data, for update the data, for alter the data. Okay, so the main objective of this lecture is that to understand concept of your logical operators and order by clause. Order by clause, order by keyword, and if we will discuss about the outcome of this lecture, to be able to demonstrate logical operators and order by clause. Why we have to use the logical operators, what are the logical operators, and why we have to use the order by keyword. If you will use the order by keyword, so what will happen? Okay, and now I will discuss about the what is logical operators. you know about the logical operators, you have already learned in your C language, in your C++ language, in your any programming language. In a same thing, SQL is a structure query language, and in this language, logical operators will be used. Okay, so your logical operators will use in your where clause. There are three clause in your SQL query. When you will write the query in your SQL, so you will use the three clause: your where clause, your select clause, and your from clause. When you will write the select keyword, when you will write the select clause, so through the select clause, you will select the attributes, you will select the columns. Okay, like your suppose teacher is your table, and your teacher attributes are teacher name, teacher date of joining, teacher salary, uh, teacher college, teacher university. When you will write the select clause, so through the select clause you will select the columns, you will select the attributes of this particular table. Like suppose you want to select the only teacher name and teacher father name, so you will use the select clause. And after that, your next clause is your from clause. From clause from clause is used when you will use this table, you want to update the data, you want to store the data in which table. So that's why you will use the from clause. And your third clause is your where clause. Where clause is optional. That is not a compulsory that you will write in all SQL query. You will write the where clause. Where clause is optional. Okay, you can write the where clause, and also you cannot write the where clause. That is depend on your object. Suppose you want to write the query for only access the record, for only access the only student column, student name column. Okay, so here you will not use the where clause, because for this problem you will write the query only select column name from table name. Suppose your table name is your teacher, and you want to access the only teacher name attribute from this table, so you will write the only select teacher name from teacher table. So here you will not use the where clause. Your where clause will be used when you want to give the condition. Suppose you want to access the particular record, so you will access the particular record through the condition. So that time you will use the where clause. Like that, suppose you want to write the query only Ram student, who student have the name is Ram, and you want to write this query, so you will write only select column name, like your student name from table name where name equal to Ram. So through this query you will access only record of Ram. Okay, that's why you will use the where clause when you want to give the condition. So these are the three logical operators. I think all are known about the logical operators, because you have already read in your previous semesters, in your previous language, like your C, C++, etc., like your AND operator, OR operator, and your NOT operator. Okay, your AND and OR operator are used to filter the record based on more than condition. Okay, and the AND operator display a record if all the conditions separated by AND are true. Okay, that time you will use the AND operator. And AND operator, OR operator, and NOT operator, these are the three logical operators. and your or operator display a record if any of the conditions separated by or is true. Okay, so your AND operator, when you want to give the more than one condition, that time you will use the AND operator. Through the AND operator, you will join the condition. Suppose you want to give the two condition. Suppose you want to give the three condition. So here I am taking an example of when you want to give the two condition. Like your, as per I had discussed about the example, suppose your student table and your student attributes are student name, student father name, student city, student area, and you want to access the record of your particular student. You want to access the record of student who have name is Ram and city is Delhi. Okay, so for this purpose, you will write the query, select name from table name where name equal to Ram and city equal to Delhi. So when your both condition will true, okay, so you means your condition will true and you will access the record of your RAM. So means your AND operator you will use when you want to give the more than one condition. Okay, and you want your all condition should be true. That's why you will use the AND operator. And your OR operator, OR operators means uh, when you want to true only one condition, that is you will use the more the two and more than two conditions, and you want to only true only one condition. So that time you will use the OR operator. That's why I had told the AND and OR operator are used to filter records. When you want to, suppose you are having 100 records, okay, and you want to filter the records on behalf of your some condition, so that time you will use the logical operator. That is logical operators are AND and OR operator. And also I had mentioned the AND and OR operator are used to filter record based on more than one condition. So when you will give the more than one condition, that time you will use the AND and OR operator. Okay, and if we will talk about the OR operator, so your OR operator display a record if any one of the conditions separated by OR is true, and the NOT operator display a record if the condition is not true. Okay. So here I had discussed about your AND operator, that is your logical operator, your OR operator, that is also logical operator, and your NOT operator, that is your also logical operator. And syntax for your here I am writing the syntax when you will use the AND operator. Okay, so your here I will write the syntax for only AND operator. Select column 1 and column 2 dot dot dot. The means of the statement, if you want to select the column 1 and column 2. So you know I had already told when you will select the one and more than one columns, so you will use the select clause. Okay, and your from table name, suppose your table name is your student, and your column name or your student name and student father name, and you want to select the student and student father name from the student table name. And also in this query, in the syntax, I had mentioned the where clause. You know, I had already told about that your where clause when you want to give the condition, when you will give the more than one condition. So where condition 1 and condition 2 and condition 3. Here you can see your AND is the bridge between your condition 1 and condition 2 and your condition 3. Means here I have composed the three conditions through the AND operator. Okay, and your this condition will true when your first condition will true, when your second condition will true, and your three condition will true. Means your record, your tuple will select on the behalf of your, if your first condition will be true and your second condition will be true and your third condition will be true. The behalf of your three conditions are true, as per uh, conditions your column will be, your row will be selected. And suppose your one condition will not select, either your condition one will not true, either your condition two will not true, either your condition three will not true. So that time your condition will not true. Okay. So here also I had mentioned the syntax of your or logical operator. You know, I had told about that your or operator will also use when you want to give the more than one condition. And your syntax of your or is that select, select column one, column two, dot dot dot, dot 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 means your another columns like your column 3, column 4, column 5, etc. from the table name. Okay, where your condition 1 or condition 2 or your condition 3. Okay, so that is the syntax of your or logical operator. In this or logical operators, suppose your one condition will be true, so means your whole condition will be true. Okay, suppose your one condition will be true and your remaining your two conditions are false, so that time your condition will be true. Okay, and as per your condition your record will be select. And in your not syntax, here I had mentioned the not syntax, select column 1, column 2, dot 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 from table name where not condition. Okay, here I have to use the not operator, that is also a logical operators. Okay, here I had mentioned that two columns means you will select the two columns from the table name, and where I have to use, and where not condition, here I have to use the not logical operator. And after that I will discuss about the examples, and from these examples we will learn about the how to write the AND operator, how to write the OR operator, and how to write the NOT operator. So here I had taken a database. Okay, and in your database your table name is your customer. Your table name is your customer, and in this customer table I had taken 4 attributes. I had taken 4 columns. I had taken 4 columns. I had taken, or you can also say that I had taken the 4 attributes. First attribute is that your customer ID. Second attribute is that your customer name. Third attribute is that your customer third attribute is your contact name and your address. In this database, in this table I had taken the 4 attributes, and in this table I had already inserted the 5 records. You know, I had already discussed about how to create the table through the query and how to insert the data into a table through the query in my previous lectures. So in this table, I had already inserted the 5 records. Okay, first record who have customer name is your Alfred's, and next is that third, fourth, and your fifth. So for the AND logical operator, for the OR logical operator, and for the NOT logical operators, I will use this database example. As per you can see. First of all, I will take the logical operators and example. Okay. The following SQL statement select all fields from customers. You know, your customers is your table name, where country is your Germany and city is Berlin. means you want to select this tuple who have country is your Germany and your city is your Berlin. Okay, so here you can see I had discussed कि I want to take the two condition, and behalf of your condition your tuple will be select. Okay, and you know about the AND operator, as per I had told, when your first condition will true and also your second condition will true, that time your whole condition will true, and according to this condition your tuple will be select, means your record will be select. So in this example you will select all fields from customers where country is your Germany and city is Berlin. Means you want to select the all columns from your customer table. Okay. And also you want to select only those tuple who have country is Germany and city is your Berlin. Okay. So in this example, how to use the AND logical operator. So you can see here, you can see here your AND operator, how you will use your AND operator will use between two conditions. You know your first condition is your country Germany, and second condition is your city is your Berlin. So as per the query, as per the example, your record will be select those have country is your Germany and city is your Berlin. Means from this from behalf of your example you will select the all columns, because I have to use here star, and you know your star means you want to select the all columns. If you want to select the only particular column, so you will especially write the name and your, if you want to select the more than one columns, so you know your all columns should be separated by comma. So as per the example here you want to select the all columns of your customer table, and also you want to access only those records who have country is Germany and city is your Berlin. So for this example, I have written this query: select star from customers where country is your Germany and city is your Berlin. And you know, you can see here I have to use the AND operator. So when your first condition will true and your second condition will true, so as per your condition, your record will be select. Okay. So you can see here I have not mentioned the country and your city. Okay. Okay, AND operator we had discussed. Okay. And now I will discuss about the OR example. You know, your OR is the second logical operator. The following SQL statement select all fields from the customer. You know, I had told in this example, you want to select the all fields of your customers where city is Berlin or Munchen. Okay. And you will write the query for this example. You know, I had told when you will access the all columns, when you will take the all columns, so you will use the star. So that's why here I have to use the star, select star from customer. You know, in this query your three clause will use. Your first clause, that is your select clause, for select the columns, and your from clause means for your table name, and your where clause for your when you will give the condition. So here you will give the condition. Okay, select star from customers where city is Berlin on city is Munchen. So when your this query will execute, so your only those records will access who have city is Berlin or city is Munchen. Means here you can see I had mentioned the two conditions, and your or is the bridge between the two conditions. Or is the connector between the two conditions. Your first condition is your city is Berlin, and the second condition is your city is Munchen. So in this query, in this example, your if only one condition will true, like your Berlin, city is your Berlin, and city is your Munchen. So according to your condition, your record, your tuple will be selected. Means only your those records will select who have city either Berlin or Munchen. Okay. So this is the example of your or logical operator. And the third is that the following SQL statement select all fields from customers where country is Germany or Spain. So you can see this. You can see here your second example is same from the first example. In your first example, when you're according to example, when you will write the query and when your query will execute, so your only those record will select from the customers table who have city either Berlin or city is Munchen. Okay, and in your second example, I have mentioned as per the query, your only those records will select from the customer tables who have who is having country is Germany, either country is Germany and your country is your Spain. Okay, so the that is the example of your or query. Main focus you will use in your AND operator and your OR operator when you want to true the all conditions. So you will use the AND operator, and your AND operator and OR operator both are connector between the conditions. Means when you will give the condition more than one, so that time you will use the AND operator and your OR operator or logical operator. And the next is your not logical operator. The following SQL statement select all The following SQL statements select all fields from customers whose country is not Germany. So, in this example, you will also take the three clause. First, your select clause, second, your from clause, and third is your where clause. Okay. And for this example, you will write the query as per the example. You want to access the all columns of your customer table. That's why you will write the select star from customers. Okay. And as per the example, where country is not Germany, means you will select only those records who is not having country is your Germany. Okay, so that's why you will write the query for this example, select star from customers where not country equal Germany. And when your this query will execute, so your only those records will select who is not having the country is Germany. Okay, so here I had mentioned about the and operate logical operator or logical operator and your and your not logical operators. And I had discussed with the examples. So I hope you have understood about the AND operator or operator and your not operator. And suppose if you want to use the if you want to write in your one query and operator or operator and your not operator, means when you will combine the and not operators. So you can also combine the and not operators. The following SQL statement select all fields from the customers. In this example also, you want to select the all columns of your customer table where country is Germany and city must be Berlin or Munchen. Okay, so here you will use the parenthesis to form complex the expression. Here your expression will be complex, that's why you will use the parenthesis. And in this PPT I have mentioned the when you will use the and or and not operators in your combining manner. Okay, so you will write the query select star from customers where country equal Germany and city Berlin or city is Munchen. Okay, so here you can see I have to use the parenthesis. Okay, where you will give the two city ki either your city is Berlin or your city is your Munchen. So that is the example when you will use the and or and not operators in your combining manner. Okay, and also the following SQL statement select all fields from the customers who country is not Germany and not USA. Okay, so here you can see select star from customers where not country is Germany and not country is USA. So means when your this query will execute, so only those records will select who have not country is Germany or who have not country is USA. Okay, and now I will use the order by keyword. Okay, as per I had told, in this lecture I will discuss about or logical operators which will be used in your SQL language, and also I will discuss about the order by keyword. Okay, the order by keyword is used to sort the result set in your ascending or descending order. Means you will use the order by keyword for sort the result either in your ascending order or in your descending order. The order by keyword sort the record in ascending order by default. If you will not write for ascending order and descending order, so your ascending order is will be selected by default. Means there is no necessary key you will write the something for your ascending order. If you will not write anything, so your ascending order will select the by default. Okay, so the order by keyword sort the record in ascending order by default, and so to sort the record in your descending order use the DESC keyword. As per I had told, if you will not write the anything for ascending or descending, so your ascending order will select by default. You don't know write anything for the ascending order. And if you want to display the all record, if you want to display the any columns in your descending order, so you will explicitly mention. Okay, means you will write DESC keyword. Okay, your descending will execute from your DESC keyword. And I had told your ascending is by default. Okay, so for this query, for this order by keyword, your syntax will be select column 1 and column 2. Here, suppose if you are taking the only two columns, Here I am writing the syntax for when you want to access the only two column, which are your column 1 and your column 2. Okay, so that's why I will write select column 1, column 2 from table name. Suppose you know your table name is your customer and your column name is your customer name and your customer mobile number. So you will write select customer name, customer mobile number from customer table, and order by column 1 and column 2. You know I had mentioned ASC oblique DESC. Okay, if you want to display the column 1 and column 2 in your ascending order, so there is no need कि you will write something for the ascending order, because I had told your ascending order will execute by default in your by default mode, means automatically. And if you want to display the all records, if you want to display the all attributes of your customer table in your descending order, so you will explicitly mention DESC. Here I will understand through the example. Here I have taken a database, and in your database I have taken the six attributes: customer ID, customer name, contact name, address, city, and your postal code. Okay, and the following SQL statement select all customers from the customer table sorted by the country column. So here your queries for that, you will write the query for, you will select the all customers from the customer table sorted by the country column. Okay, so means for this query, for this problem, you will write the query select star from customers order by country. Okay, so means here you want to display the country attribute in your ascending order. So you know, as per I had told, if you want to display in your ascending order, so there is no need you will write the extra something for the ascending order. Okay, so that's why here you will write the only simple with the use of keyword order by. Okay, so that's why you will write the select star from customer order by country. Okay, so when your this query will be execute, your all columns will be displayed, because here I have to use the star, and you know your star for all, and your country attribute will display in your ascending order. And I think you are known about the ascending order and your descending order. Okay, so from this query, you will select the all columns of your customer table, and your country attribute will display in your ascending order. And here I had also taken example for descending order. The following SQL statement select all customers from the customer table sorted descending by the country column. Okay, so means here you want to select the all columns, and also you want to your country column will be displayed in your descending order. Okay, so that's why I had told, if you want to display in your descending order, so you will explicitly mention after the attribute. So here I have to mention the DESC keyword after the attribute. You know, select star from customers order by country DSC. So here your all column uh, will be access, will be display, and your country column will be display in your descending order. And order-wise several clause example, the following SQL statement select all customers from the customer table sorted by the country and the customer name column. That means that it orders by country, but if some row have the same country, it orders by the customer name. So for this example, you will write the query select star from customers order by country and customer names. So when your this query will be execute, your all columns will be select of your customer table and your country and your customer name. Uh, both attribute will be display in your ascending order. Okay. And in your another example, the following SQL statement select all customers from the customer table sorted ascending by the country and descending by the customer name column. So here I had mentioned this example when I will use the ASC keyword and also I will use the DSC keyword. So you can see here you will write the query for this example select star from customer, through the star your all column will be select and order by country ASC comma customer name DSC. So when your this query will be execute, your all countries will be display in your ascending order and your customer name will be display in your descending order. And you know I had already told about कि after this lecture, I will mention the some questions which are related from this lecture. Which SQL function is used to count the number row in a SQL query? So your options are count, number, sum, and count star. So your SQL function will be used for count the number of your row in your SQL query, that is your count, and also you will write the star in your bracket. So means your answer will be your D. Not you will write the count function for the only number of row in your SQL query. No, you will write the number function without star. No, you will write the sum without star. You will write the count star for this problem. And which SQL keyword is used to retrieve a maximum value? Means who is the attribute through which you will retrieve a maximum value? Most, top, max, and upper. So your answer will be C, that is your max. Max is your keyword, and through this keyword you will retrieve a maximum value. And which of the following SQL clause is used to delete tuples from a database table? Delete, remove, drop, and clear. So you will your right answer will be your delete. Your delete clause is used to delete the tuples from a database table. That is your answer A. And remove all row from a table without logging the individual row deletions. Delete, remove, drop, and your tourniquet. So your answer will be your D. Through the tourniquet keyword, remove all row from a table without logging the individual row deletion. And next question is that which of the following is not a DDL command? Your update, tourniquet, alter, and none of the mention. Okay, so your question is which of the following is not a DDL command? Your update is not a DDL command, your tourniquet is your DDL command, and enter is your DDL. So your update is not a DDL command. Which of the following are TCL command? Update and terminate, select and insert, grant and revoke, and rollback and save point. Your rollback and save point are TCL command. That is your transaction control language. Is not a category of SQL command. TCL, SCL, DCL, and your DDL. TCL is your transaction control language. Your DCL is your data control language, and DDL is your data definition language. So your TCL, your DCL, and your DDL all are the category of your SQL command. So means your SCL is not a category of your SQL command. If you don't specify ASC or DSC after a SQL order by clause, the following is used by default. By default will be used is your ASC, that is your A answer. And which of the following statement is true? Delete does not free the space containing the table, and truncate free the space containing the table. Both delete and truncate free the space containing the table. Both delete and truncate does not free the space containing the table. Delete free the space containing the table, and truncate does not free the space containing the table. Your answer will be your A. So, in this lecture, I had mentioned the all logical operators, and also I have to discuss about the order by clause. So, I hope you have understood about your all logical operators, how your logical operators will use in your SQL, and how you will write the order by keyword in your SQL.